Hey everybody, uh, back at it with some more of the Black Ops 4 beta. Messed around with some of it last weekend. Thought it was okay, but definitely some room for improvement. But I wanted to spend more time with it because there's a ton of stuff I didn't unlock yet, and definitely spent some more time with some of the specialists than others. I didn't try the other modes. Yeah, fuck it. Let's try this heist mode. Why not? But yeah, this is coming out mid-October, October 12th, I think. And it's another Call of Duty game. It's a first-person shooter. You have your character loadouts. You have the pick 10 system from previous Treyarch games. Specialists are back from Call of Duty 3. A lot of the specialists from Call of Duty, Black Ops 3 rather. A lot of them are back. And then there's some new ones, and then they've changed up certain things, like how you heal. That's now an equipable item that you have to like inject yourself with some magical medical drugs that heal bullet wounds. And changes from Black Ops 3 include, because this is a prequel, removing the wall running, the double jumping. You can still slide, but a lot of the movement stuff has changed, and it has taken some getting used to be sure. Definitely gives the game has a more tactical feel to it. It's still fast, and it's still, you know, very quick to respawn and all that. Oh, next round, bummer. Well, all right, whatever. But definitely has elements, I feel like, of Battlefield and Siege that they've incorporated. It's still faster than those games because it's Call of Duty.
Kill.
Yeah.
Secure the objectives.
Alright. Are we in this round? Sure, how much money do I have? Whatever. Pistol. So, no idea how this mode works, but it just seems like a capture the flag style thing. Okay. Oh, and it's elimination. Shit. Okay. Interesting. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, okay, it is. Thought that was me respawning for a second.
There goes my bottom line.
That's kind of different. Okay, so that's what that is. I think I'm just gonna get back into some team deathmatch because I'm gonna be playing Siege later in this stream, and that'll be scratching the kind of elimination single life itch for me. I kind of want to just relax with this a bit more. So let's see. Give me a menu. Done. So yeah, and then there's going to there's also no campaign in the game. There's going to just be kind of like Battlefield 1 had. There's going to just be like individual missions that you can play. I'm assuming in any order, but maybe you have to unlock them in order, some kind of order. But they're going to be based around the specialists, and so like you play as each one, I guess, which is kind of cool, I think. Because Battlefield 1, the campaign was pretty neat, or like those missions were pretty cool. I liked how they were able to tell different stories, but not get bogged down with the same characters for too long, and it didn't feel like they were padding it out too much or anything. And then they were able to effectively teach you a lot of the different mechanics of the game. Like they each touched on some different shit. And it'll definitely be good to have like a single player thing to learn the specialist specific mechanics, because there's definitely a lot going on with those. Like they kind of have like an ult that charges up like in Overwatch, but then they have like a special item that only they can equip. You can get different ones of those, and then they have like a more general item that like most people can have those. Like that's where you put that'd be on L1. That's like where you put your healing item and stuff. All right. So Torque is new. He's a pretty major dude because he can put down these barricades and shit. I haven't spent too much time with him, but it's definitely interesting. Something you'll see more of because the barricade takes a while to get to is the barbed wire, that's what really made me think of Siege. But let's see if I can confirm some kills here. Oh. Ah, fuck. Well,
we have the advantage. We're losing the fight.
One of the things I kind of don't like are the announcers for the teams. Like, so that's JB Blanc doing the voice for this team. He's a good voice actor. I feel like his accent's kind of all over the place, and it's just not that exciting to listen to him. The other guy for the other team, I rarely heard him, honestly, doing this beta, but it's just like typical COD announcer, very generic American voice, also not that interesting. And for a shooter, I like a fun announcer, because you're going to be hearing them a lot, and it's a shame that they're not good.
Hostile UAV circling.
Flash kill.
Hostiles have established multiple UAVs.
Fuck, did I do that too? I might still just go.
Enemy CUAV established above.
Danger close.
Friendly tactical beacon offline.
Oof. Ooh, hell yeah. Racking up some points. Really good one for that is the recon guy who has the vision pulse now. Like, you can get a bunch of people with that, but that's an ultimate thing now. It takes a while to charge up. I'm assuming, like, I would imagine kills and assists have something to do with, like, getting it up faster. I'm just not very good at it. But you can vault, like I just did there, so there's some verticality stuff. But nowhere near as much as Black Ops 3 or like a Titanfall 2 or anything like that. I like that you can see the dog tags on the map. Armor is pretty contentious right now in the community. I hadn't really thought about it much. That's an equipable item, and firefights definitely feel different. Takes a lot more hits to kill a person. I don't inherently mind it. I feel like they're definitely going to have to. It's a beta. They're going to have to tweak some like stats on a lot of this shit. Like people are going to like with any game, like they're going to have to constantly change things. So even things that like don't seem broken for like a whole year of launch, like someone can like figure out a way to totally change the meta with it. You never know. Like SMGs are big in Fortnite right now. Like who'da thunk it? Shotguns, stuff and shit. Except for that double barrel.
Ready to dig it?
No. Okay, got a big ass barricade, but where do I want to put it? Where do I put this barricade? How does the barricade give me points? Like every bullet it absorbs, you think?
Team is marked.
Damn. I want to do it all the way back here. else right now. That guy had some armor. Not that it mattered. I don't even think I landed a shot.
Net call. Hostile Hellstorm inbound.
The part of the health bar with the yellow is
Enemy CUAV established above.
playing.
Enemy UAV
Playing a
above.
lot of fighting games recently, but you know, jumping around games like I usually do means I'm always kind of needing to get a warm-up match in at least, if not 2 or 3 or
Multiple
5.
hostile
Having
UAVs
some film
operating.
doing that day.
Kill.
Alright. Feeling slightly less bad about myself. Never mind, we're back. Back to that. Attack dogs, something else I think are kind of lame. It looked like they improved it a little bit there. There was at least like a bite, but there was some weird behavior last week in beta where the dogs were literally just like running into you and like sending you flying. Like there was no attack animation on the dog really. It's just like the dog bringing you. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff going on right now. Why did I do that there? Yeah, that was so stupid. They can all just run around it. Forgot I don't have a grenade on R1. You can equip it. I think I can get rid of this item and put something else there, or I could equip a grenade to L1 and forego healing. But oh man, we're just getting crushed here. Man, I'm doing terribly. I'm like second best on our team. Like, you know it's bad. Why was I shooting at a teammate? Stoner paranoia.
Hostile
kicking in.
RCXD spotted. RCXD activated.
Change specialist, but this match is almost over. We'll do that next round. Fuck it, I'll take it. Why not? Okay, so that's the thing with the microwave on it. Interesting. Yeah, I'll pick things on the map. I don't know if they'll shoot anybody, but I can do that.
There's no profit in defeat. Fight.
Good to see
Hostile UAV circling.
mercenaries are alive and well in Call of Duty. Not fighting. Where's the fun in that?
Sensor dart away. Purifier lit.
Thought that other guy was a teammate.
Wasted
I need to
fire
pay more
break.
attention. Get it. Alright, it's mercifully over. Okay.
We'll
Hopefully
discuss
we'll
that
do better
performance
next
later.
match.
One by dead bad guy. Ruin. Threat down.
So yeah, we'll call that the warm-up. God damn, I died. No, okay, wait. No. I killed 17 enemies. Picked up 9 dog tags. Ugh. Still. Not great. My favorite map so far in this beta, there's only 4 maps, is Gridlock, that's set in Japan. And this fictional little tiny place called the Onsen District, because there's like a spa there. It's just very perfectly like a recreation of like a Japanese urban setting, and it's really cool. It's got a lot of personality. I think that's what makes for the best shooter maps in any game. Is just have a lot of personality, have a lot of things that like look unique and are fun. They don't have to be, even if the game is like kind of a serious setting, the maps don't need to take themselves too seriously. Let's go. Yeah, I was talking about them before. This is Recon. I'd worry about those goggles like flapping down accidentally and like just whacking you in the face. I feel like that would totally be a thing that could easily happen. I'm sure they designed for that, but I don't know. That's what I'd think of. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze.
Team deathmatch.
And I might do that again, so apologies if I do.
It's on. We've taken control.
You can still swim, still a lot of underwater shit, which is cool. I like that they have that in here. So these guns can all fire fucking perfectly underwater, like no goddamn problem. But we can't have wall running or double jumping. That's too futury.
Crash kill.
I don't inherently mind taking out the movement stuff, but I didn't hate the futuristic movement stuff. I really love Titanfall 2, so I honestly thought it was kind of a step over for Call of Duty. I think really, honestly, like, this kind of stuff that we're seeing in this beta is not going to be what is most interesting to folks. Like, people will play it, like, people play the hell out of this, and especially for the younger kids, like, it's always someone's first Call of Duty. Just like it's always someone's, like, first Mario game or Mario Kart game. That's fun. These games are pretty similar on the whole. I mean, like, even if the changes that I mentioned, like this multiplayer, it's still pick 10. It's still perks and call streaks, like, and call streaks and like kill streaks rather. Wow, what do they call it? Call
We're
streaks,
winning this.
Firing sensor.
So yeah, I think when we see the blackout mode in September, that's the battle royale mode. I think that's where we're going to see if this game really has something interesting to offer. Like zombies will be cool. Those modes are always weird and funny, but that's going to be more of the same, in that you never really know what to expect of that, other than like a lot of weird puzzle elements and heavy emphasis on co-op survival. Still well done. Definitely one of those kind of games, especially with all the crazy extra game shit they've added into those modes over time. Fuck.
Hostile TAC deploy beacon online.
This just kills. Okay. I will totally just space out sometimes, forget exactly what the mode objective is, what the fuck I need to be doing. I hate to see that.
We're behind. Hostile UAV circling.
Neutralized hostile
Call.
UAV.
Hostile Hellstorm inbound.
Oh fuck, oh god. Called it.
Enemy CUAV established above.
Let's change class. Now, SMGs are actually pretty good in this game too, but I don't know if they've nerfed it since last week, so we'll find out together. It'll be fun. Wait, I won't be able to hit that with this, I don't think. It's a seal. Seal.
Flashbang down. Firing sensor dart.
Be advised. Hostile TAC deploy beacon active.
I think the graphic, you know, it's about on par with what you saw in Black Ops 3, but I thought those graphics looked good, and I think they still hold up today. You know, I think, you know, frame rate and stuff
Enemy
like that
TAC
is much
deploy
more important.
beacon
Obviously,
destroyed.
there's some hitching and lag. I think people are a little too harsh on, like, conditions in a beta. You know, that's what these are for. They're to find these issues. Like, if you're expecting the game to be perfect, like, wait until it's out, and honestly, like, wait until a year after it's out for it to be in any kind of better condition. But these games will always be changing, because esports. But I think it's been a relatively smooth experience. The load time has definitely seemed better for getting into a match already than last week. We were spending a lot more time looking at menus, I felt like, last week. Shit. Drugs. Yeah, who's there?
Lighting up targets.
That's the other guy playing recon on our team doing that. That's what my thing in the middle will do when that fills up. If it fills up. How we doing? We're pretty even actually. Okay. Oh, attack dogs.
We've taken control.
They are still very effective. It seems like they added it.
K9
Fuck
unit
you.
destroyed.
I do love dogs, but if they bite, you go he had armor. I wasn't gonna win that anyway. I don't know if I have that unlocked yet. I should look. I should probably maybe.
Firing sensor dart.
Might as well, if it's OP, I might as well take advantage of it.
We're
right?
losing the
Sensor going
fight.
live.
I think the guns sound and feel good. I do think, like, you know, one of the most
Enemy
important things of a
UAV
shooter,
above.
they got that right. So, yeah, most of the issues I have with this game can be fixed very easily. Or, you know, maybe not. I'm sure someone's going to have to work really hard to fix it, but with the budget they have and the amount of people they have working on it, they'll get it done. Because Activision has too much money riding on this game for it not to be fixed.
Hostile CUAV detected.
Because they kind of had two so-so Call of Duty games in a row, and that's usually when you start to see some innovation in the series, or at least, you know,
We're pulled
a
ahead.
return to form.
Be advised.
Like I'd taken a
Hostile
break
TAC
from the
deploy
series for
beacon
a long
active.
time, and then Advanced Warfare kind of hooked me back in. The story looked cool, and then the futuristic weapons looked really good. They were. I thought the campaign was actually really fun. How they worked all those in, and then I liked the multiplayer as well. Spent a good bit of time with Advanced Warfare, and then Black Ops 3, and then kind of took a
Victory's
break.
close.
Didn't play Infinite
Reach out and
Warfare.
take it.
Didn't play World War II because I was too busy still just doing Battlefield 1 shit.
Enemy Hellstorm detected.
Fun. And I've said a lot of this on my previous Black Ops stream, but you never know. New people watching. I have to repeat myself sometimes. Oh, that was sweet. That was fucking dope. Makes up for all the dying right there.
Sensor dart away.
Oh, last
Never a
kill.
doubt. Good job.
Pulling out a little bit, just a teeny bit of skill right there at the end. Not a lot, but just enough to get that last kill. Although I kind of like this now. They don't show the last kill. They show like what they deem the best like play, which I think is cooler. You can see through multi-kill. We're seeing here.
Seraph appears EKIA.
Sometimes it feels like the best kill isn't necessarily the best kill, but they'll work on that. But it's cool, kind of a neat Overwatch feature they brought in. I have not played a lot of Overwatch, honestly. I played maybe like 20 hours, if that. I couldn't really get that into it. It's a very well-made game, but it's just not what I'm looking for. I think in a shooter, I haven't checked in with that in like a long time, probably the better part of a year. Maybe not quite that. Guys, how it looks so dope. Like, it's incredible, all the detail now, like all the straps and attachments and gear, like all has so much texture to it. Like, I still go back, I like to play a lot of PS3 and 360 stuff still, and you go back and like that stuff looked great at the time. You realize how like flat all the textures were and how like just barely HD it was. Like, sure, it was 720p or sometimes even 1080, but like shit was really flat for the most part. But I think a lot of it still like holds up. Some of it definitely doesn't. But like the original, not like the remastered version, like the original Gears of War is fucking rough to look at. Like those textures just look real gnarly, and then the color palette was never very diverse. Like it was just a whole lot of grays and browns and blacks and very muddy brown red. So like not a lot to work with. The remaster version looked a lot nicer. That one's tough to look at. Here we are with Gridlock, my favorite map. Who do I want to be? Prophet's pretty fun. I've spent a lot of time with him. Seraph is back from Black Ops 3 Battery as well. Prophet, Ruin. I don't know if that's supposed to be like Ruin's dad or like a younger Ruin. I don't know what they're going to do with the story there. Firebreak was also in there. We'll do Ajax, Ballistic Shield. That SMG looks really cool. I like that. And just a lot of cool like details on the gear and shit.
Team deathmatch. Special Forces, do your duty.
Yeah, this map, like, if you ever been to Japan or you ever get to go, just look up pictures of Japan. Like they really nail like the feel of like walking through Japan. Like even these like yellow dividers, they put like you think you just see it on like a train platform. They put those like fucking everywhere, like down the sidewalks and shit. It's great. I wish we had that in New York.
Nine bang going in.
Yeah, I just threw a 9 bang, but totally wasted it.
Drop.
Stores open.
You. What's up? Best part of the map. This fucking bubble kawaii as fuck cat. It's so goddamn cute. Look at it. Oh.
Razor wire clear.
Dope. You. No. Hello.
TACOM, launch a UAV.
Nine bang out.
I don't think I got anyone with that. Shouldn't have walked out that far when I threw it. Had a really funny glitch on this map. In that video where I was. I put a highlight up of it on my Twitch channel. I think I called it like Black Ops 4 Beta, like glitchy weirdness or something like that. Anyway, just like someone's body just looked fucking crazy. It was like stuck on the map like that for minutes. Like even after I died, it was pretty funny. I got killed repeatedly fucking around with it, but I didn't care. It was too funny. Headshot with the SMG at that distance. Alright.
Supplies. First come, first served.
More drugs, please. Didn't help. So yeah, like, you know, like more support style stuff like that. Like throwing out, like, I forget which specialist does that, but it's an assault pack, so like I can get ammo from a teammate. Very much like Battlefield or something like that. And there's definitely seems to be a lot, you know, there's always the debate about whether camping is effective, I mean, it is effective, or whether it's that, like, something you should do in Call of Duty or not. This feels like they're definitely, like, obviously there's choke points like there's always been, but it definitely, again, because the movement's more grounded, it feels like they're definitely meant to be more of like a standing still, take a position, wait for the enemy to come through than there used to be. Like, especially with Black Ops 3, it felt like more like run the map and shit.
Blinded him.
Nice. Yeah, at least we blinded him. Gunnery Sergeant 2.
Painting targets.
Yeah, vending machines, I totally nailed a look at these and how many there are. Like, you cannot walk like a block without running into at least two. Like, every half block on, so you just got the vending machines, and it's beautiful.
Recon kill.
Yeah, shotgun sounds real nice, and rumbles real nice and controlled.
Ready to lead the charge.
Hump noise.
Q stores open.
Feels heavy, feels weighty. That's what you want.
Night.
So I got the ballistic shield. I'm not gonna bring it out. Yeah, we might as well.
Ballistic shield pushing through.
Sensor dart.
I don't want to waste it. I totally did. Fuck. Anyway, I did get a pretty sweet multi-kill with this last week. That's a really fun one to use when you actually run into people with it.
RCXD deployed.
Those are back.
Recon
Because
requesting
it's Black
strike team
Ops, so it's
deployment.
going to be a remote control bomb car thing. At least they don't do the thing that was so annoying in the Black Ops 3 announcer would see, like,
Don't be complacent. Finish the mission.
HZXD in your or your AO. Like, how many, like, it's just like clearly, like, how many letters can we say, like, in one sentence, like.
Attack him. Crash requesting Hellstorm deployment.
Man, we're not.
Sensor going live.
9 bang out.
Man, okay, they're all feels like they're all just like hiding or something. Or we're just really just having the worst luck running into anybody here. Alright, well, we won.
You make this look
That's
easy.
nice. Yeah, I mean, I really didn't have to shoot anybody there for like the last 2 minutes. It was pretty easy.
Sensor going live. Hostile signal down. Scout down.
Pro tip, if you're ever in Japan, be careful about trash. They really don't have trash cans over there. So, like, they have recycling out the wazoo. But, like, if yours is a thing that, like, basically don't get food from, like, food stands unless, like, they have a specific thing for you to throw your stuff away. Because otherwise you'll be holding on to that shit forever. Or, like, you're gonna have to litter or, like, dispose of it improperly. Because they had a terrorist attack in the mid-90s, and they got rid of a lot of trash cans because of that. We had a terrorist attack in New York, and we just got like clear trash cans so you can see inside them. I feel like that's a better compromise. But the positive thing about that on Japan's side, though, is they went hardcore on recycling to the point of like every single kind of individual thing like gets recycled separately. So like people got to hold on to stuff sometimes for like the better part of a month, like because it's like one day out of the month is like when they recycle like this one material or shit. So you definitely see people being more careful about like the things they have with them or whatever. But like for the vending machines or whatever, there's always like something to dispose of the stuff you get from those. Other pro tip, if you do need a trash can, 7-Elevens, like they always have like just like a general trash can, kind of like they do in America. Although the 7-Elevens there are just incredible. But 7-Eleven is always a good spot. Also, if you get caught out in the rain, they'll have umbrellas and shit. That's a good space to go to get them easily. There are like big chain stores for like pharmacies and stuff, but those are more like all-in-one kind of like dollar store style things, except like more diverse like price and goods. Like the big brand there is called Don Quixote. It's like this. What is the mascot? I think it's a penguin, or it's a cat. I think it's a penguin. And that's like just a general kind of like CVS mixed a bit with Target style. And what's like, okay, yeah, Crash was down there, it's all back. We'll do Ruin. Ruin's fun. He has a zip line and can just kind of whip around the map like Spider-Man. It's he can't go like vertical
Team
though too much.
deathmatch.
Like I can't go. It's charging.
Special forces are cleared to engage.
See. Oh no, I totally can. Well, I lied, and I took fall damage. So hey, we're learning things together. I don't know shit.
Nomad smoked.
Jamie Lannister in the building. So you're getting across like that. Ooh. Didn't know where they were. I thought they were below. That was stupid to go back out there. God, I wasn't auto-regenerating health there like that. It's really... That's a big change for Call of Duty. I know they, like, for the campaign in World War II, I think they had, like, health packs or something, but I think for multiplayer it was just straight up back to regeneration. I could totally be wrong about that. I think World War II did try and do, like, some, like, health pack stuff, though, in some capacity. But I'm almost positive multiplayer was just, like, regular regen. But yeah, having to remember like heal yourself definitely takes some getting used to. Just like when playing Doom, having to not having to reload took getting used to. I tried to reload the gun so many times in Doom, even though I played old Doom and I it just, you're so used to reloading after a certain point. It's kind of nice not to have to.
Enemy
Doom's the only
RCXD in
game
your
that's
AO.
ever gonna fucking do that.
Enemy
I
UAV
still haven't checked
above.
out footage of Doom Eternal yet, but I'm really excited. I didn't see any of the stuff from QuakeCon, but I'm looking forward to it. I love Bethesda games. I don't know if I love their business practices. Apparently they're now going after people selling copies of their games, like either used or new, and like but they're being very particular about who they go after. I think
Net call.
it's more like
Hostile
individual
Hellstorm
selling. I
inbound.
think they're trying to argue it's like, oh, you're not selling it with a warranty, so it doesn't, like, it goes against like the first sale doctrine in the U.S. But I don't know. I think it's some bullshit. I think it's just them trying to be assholes to a degree. Maybe like, you know, maybe there's a more nuanced explanation for that,
Hostile down.
but seems overbearing. As well, I mean, one time they sued. This is before Microsoft bought them out. Bethesda sued Mojang. Fucking 3 in a row, hell yeah. Bethesda sued Mojang because they were working on this collectible card battle game at the time called Scrolls. That ended up not ever officially coming out. I think there's like an alpha or
Authorizing UAV
beta.
release.
But they sued them because it was called Scrolls, and Bethesda makes Elder Scrolls, and somehow putting the word Scrolls in your game was gonna fucking go against, or like confuse everybody, or like infringe on Bethesda's copyright, or some shit. Like, I don't know, it was just, that was insane who did that, honestly. I think it was thrown out too, but it you know, it didn't matter because the fucking game didn't come out.
Ruin kill.
But that, I thought, that was like the first example of like, okay, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you wasting your time on this? Like, no one, and like the thing also with that is, Elder Scrolls Online is probably the first game in the series where anyone really calls it Elder Scrolls, really regularly calls the game Elder Scrolls. Like any other of the single-player games of the series, you call it by its second name. People say Morrowind, people say Oblivion, people say Skyrim. And it was like, oh yeah, I was playing the Elder Scrolls 5, I was playing the Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion, and they just say I was playing fucking Oblivion. Like, that's it. It's just the kind of shit where it's like, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's like over time it means you build enough a reputation to be a certain way, and you can look a certain way in fans' eyes. Like, fair or not, like EA got voted twice like worst company in America. I think that they were doing some shady shit to a degree, but I don't think they were worse than Comcast at all. But they did get voted that. So, and like they didn't have, like, it was a huge thing. Like Peter Moore was like, we gotta do a major turnaround for like the brand because like people were fucking shitting on EA left and right. And I think in some ways they've succeeded in bringing it back around. Like, I've never hated the games they have, but they've definitely, like any publisher, made business decisions that were for business reasons that didn't go over well with the player base. They're certainly not the only ones who've ever done that. Pretty much any video game publisher has done that at some point. And it will happen again and again. Because that's what companies do. They test the market to see what people will handle. Like, if developer, I mean, that's why these special editions and collector's editions are so big. They really want to sell you, like, more of the game. They want to, like, as many people buy, like, if there's still a season pass with DLC or whatever, they want to sell as many people that shit ahead of time to, like, fund development and, like, get a profit going. You know, games used to have less uniform price structures, especially when they were on cartridges, and you know, if they really thought the market would tolerate higher game prices, they would charge more than $60 for a regular version. But like beyond $60 for a regular version of the game, unless there's like some physical stuff, unless it's like a Skylanders type thing, people aren't going to go for that. So you got to have these like special edition things with like DLC. I think the good things that are a good deal are usually ones that like include the season pass with it, if you know that's something you're going to want to get. But sometimes the season pass is like a real gamble. I hate any season pass that's vague about what they're going to include. Like, if you don't know, like, why should I be investing? Like, if you're not going to be specific. Sometimes I like to do that to be open-ended and like give what the fans want. It's like, alright, I'll wait.
Schwacked.
Got it. Schwacked. Oh my god. Fucking ridiculous.
RCXD maneuvering.
We have the advantage.
Nope, that did nothing.
Pulse going out.
Kawaii as fuck.
We lost the advantage.
Damn. Alright.
They're taking this. Push now.
Playing like a piece of shit. Maybe like half a piece of shit. Did I get him? I guess I must have. Alright. Nope. Yes, I will take that.
We're winning this.
Thought I heard footsteps.
We've lost control.
Fuck. Man, I was
That's a
last
loss.
death.
Remaining assets
The
return
rise
for
and fall.
debrief.
Enemy down.
This guy Crash is kind of funny to me just because I have a friend who kind of has a similar haircut and like dye scheme of like just regular black hair on the sides, and then he dyed it like a bright orange or whatever because he's like a singer in a band. It's really, I mean, I have to show him a picture of this guy because they look kind of similar, at least with that haircut. Yeah, busy. Gonna be a busy holiday season for video games. Fucking Red Dead Redemption. It's gonna be out. I don't even know if I'm gonna get that at launch, just because I'm gonna be so busy with other shit. Not that I don't want to play it. I fucking love the hell out of the first one. There's gonna be this. There's gonna be Battlefield 5. There's fucking Soul Calibur 6. There's Smash Ultimate out in December. There's a ton of shit out in January, like fucking Kingdom Hearts and Resident Evil 2 remake. It's a lot of shit to be excited about. Dragon Quest 11. That's out in September. What else? What else am I looking forward to? Say it off the top of my head. I'm sure there's others I have pre-ordered or want to pre-order. Profit. I think the helmet looks sick. I like that, like kind of the hexagonal, like plated, like armor or whatever he's got there. That looks dope. Battery literally just looks like pink. Like they could have just gotten Pink, the singer, to like model for this
Kill
game.
confirmed. Mission
Just
area is
come in on
hot.
the trapeze.
We pulled ahead. Sensor dart away.
front SPF 5000.
Dart out.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's what I was talking about with getting used to the movement changes. This map specifically, I've slid to my death so many fucking times. Oh man, that was fucking hilarious. It's such a great run, and I ended it myself.
Mesh mine is toast.
The own all. Almost no fucking health left.
Enemy down. Smoked.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
UAV standing by.
Now I'm doing a little bit better. Or these guys are just really bad. I don't know. It could be both. Could be mixed.
Firing sensor dart.
Shot out.
Oh. Finally brought down.
TACOM, establish UAV overwatch.
UAV above, commencing surveillance operations.
Wait, take it down already? Yeah, I think I did. Shit. No, it's still there.
Tango down.
Hostile UAV circling.
Damn. 11 kills, 15 pickups. Not bad.
We're behind.
We got this. Honestly, keep it close. Anything is possible, except wall running or double jumping. That is not possible in this game.
Grabs left.
All right, but I got my flamethrower. So let's make something
Going
happen.
hot.
Well, I got a couple. Or one. Whatever.
Intel wins wars.
Mesh mine down.
We've taken the lead.
Not know you can't shoot those, or do they just not want to, or whatever? No. There you go.
We've lost the lead. We
Destroyed.
have the advantage.
Burn. One.
Close. Oh, alright. Well, had to die sometime, right? Gotta love that. Spawning, not that wasn't a spawning issue. People were also talking about the spawning being kind of off. I was definitely feeling that last week for sure. Not in too many matches I played on stream, but definitely some kinks to look at. But spawning is something that you constantly have to tweak because people always have new strategies for how to like camp a spawn or whatever. Siege especially had a lot of issues with like spawn kills and like attackers just immediately leaving their area to kill all, or defenders rather, immediately killing all the attackers and shit like that.
Mobile infantry down. That's a kill.
Got out of there just in time. Alright. Now we're doing quality of life. Tried to kill that dog instead of that guy. I should have gone for the guy. But I've got
Lighting
this
up targets.
magic science oven radiation machine thing.
We're almost there. Close this
So
out.
we
Shut
gotta
them
get on
down.
that.
Reactor heating it up.
Thought that could go through. Obviously that was stupid like that. Hi. Hello. What's up? Oh, okay.
Marking targets. Mission objectives, green across the board.
Green across the motherfucking board.
They're
Nice
done.
kills. That guy got 52 fucking kills. Like, I'm just never gonna be like that. Like, 52 fucking kills. Holy shit. But he didn't confirm, like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people play kill confirmed and don't bother with the confirming or the denying. Like, that's the specific point of the game mode. Like, he wouldn't have even had to get that many kills if he had done more confirms. Maybe that's why he didn't get confirms. I don't know. I mean, it's a way to game it to like level up your guy faster if you're able to get that money. Nomad.
Team deathmatch. Infiltrate, identify, and destroy. We've pulled ahead.
Not quick enough, Ruin.
We're losing the fight. Q stores open.
Forgot it. Not playing confirmed. I shouldn't have jumped toward that guy. I'm so used to going for the dog tag. Shot that too high. So fucking close.
Assault pack right here.
Deploy UAV on my screen.
Enemy UAV above.
I'll take it.
Recon down.
Hostile UAV circling.
Fuck. We did get him. Oh.
Battery killed.
Assault pack's down. Come get it.
Killed.
Yeah.
Recon killed.
Enemy UAV above. Hostile RCXD spotted.
Battery expired.
It's not working. Switch it up.
Battery removed. Mesh mine neutralized. Juno, track.
Ah, I lost.
AOR is lost. Mission is Charlie Foxtrot.
Damn, so close.
They're gone. Smoke them.
Alright. It's about 6:20 now. I'm gonna say maybe 1-2 more matches. Then I take the stream down for a couple minutes, take a short break. And then I'll be back at it with some Siege. I might get back into this later. But I didn't want to spend a ridiculous amount of time with it today. I want to talk about some other, or play some other shooters. Excuse me. But this beta is now, last weekend it was only the private beta for PS4 if you had pre-ordered it. But this beta is now live on PC, PS4, and or Xbox One rather. And anyone can download that. I'm almost positive, like, if not, I think there are like tons of sites giving like beta code giveaways, but I don't think you need that anymore. I think like literally anyone can download the beta now. And then keep it installed if you want to keep playing the Blackout thing in September. Because that'll be on the same client, and then I think your progress will carry over. I don't know if like Blackout will have like a whole separate like thing for you to equip, but I mean, if it's Battle Royale, you're not going in there with any gear anyway. So I don't know how they'll handle that. Battery.
Kill confirmed. You're outside the wire. Get kinetic.
We're actually the one with fewer players, so...
We've taken control.
They're gone.
Alright, now it's popping off. Just took a minute.
Cluster grenade. Enjoy. Clean kill.
Firing sensor dart.
That was close. I think you killed my teammate there. I should go see if I can save this dog tags. Ah, fuck. Some Tony Montana shit right here. Holy fuck.
Setup destroyed.
It's a thing, like, this health syringe regenerates so fast, like it feels easier in some ways. Like if you remember to use it, like it doesn't feel like you ever can't heal or anything like that. Sorry, the stairs. Finally got me. I spawned on a dog tag, basically. That was really weird. Alright, cool. Not cool. Not cool at all.
Be advised, hostile attack deploy beacon active.
Chucking it in.
Fuck. Man.
Ready to bring the smoke.
We destroyed the attack deploy beacon.
Firing for effect. Destroy sensor dart.
Oh. Almost got more than one there. At least I got somebody.
Sensor dart away. Net call. Hostile Hellstorm inbound.
Cluster grenade.
Enemy RCXD in your AO. Painting targets.
Almost got out of there.
Hostile UAV circling. Building barricade. We've lost control.
Man, they're actually up now. I have died that much.
Enemy UAV above. Hostile RCXD spotted. Sensor going live.
That's what I get. That's what I get. Did we get the thing down? I guess we did.
Enemy UAV above. Be advised, hostile attack deploy beacon active.
Barricade destroyed. Sensor dart neutralized.
Damn. Well played. And I'm really pulling away. I'm probably not going to be able to win this.
Hostile Mantis inbound.
TACOM, battery requesting Mantis deployment.
Hostile RCXD spotted. Dart out.
Ruin down.
We're behind. You know what?
Destroyed. Throwing cluster grenade. Dropped.
Time's almost up. Make that push.
Fuck.
Be advised, hostile attack deploy beacon active.
Alright.
That's a hard fail.
They win.
Get out of
GG.
there.
Smoked Ajax.
Smoke the jacks.
Boomer down.
Damn. I was part of the best play. I just didn't make the best play. Alright, well, I think I'm going to call it a stream for now, but I will be back in a little bit with some Rainbow Six Siege. Gonna mess around with that. I checked it out a little bit recently, but again, this is another game I've been away from for a few months, so gonna be shaking off the rust the first few rounds there as well. That's obviously a much differently paced game. There's gonna be a lot more waiting around there because that's how Siege is played, but still a lot of tension there and a lot of fun. It's a really unique game in the shooter space, I think, so I'm looking forward to doing a bit of that. Thanks so much for tuning in, and if you're watching this later on in archive, thanks so much for watching as well. My name is Robert Gelfand, Gelf513. If you like what you see, be sure to follow, tell your friends, all that good shit. And thanks so much, guys. I will see you in a little bit. Peace.